We've got a brand new brushless HPI today, the BMW 2002 Turbo. And I haven't opened the box yet, but it looks very nice. So this is the brushless Flux version, comes with a 4000 kV brushless motor and a 3S capable ESC. And then they also do a brushed version. A few more specs there for it. Now a few of you might be thinking, hang on a minute, that's not new. It's been out for a while. Well, this is slightly revised. I think it's just the body. I'm not 100% sure though, so I'm gonna have to check my email and I will put some information there on what's different. Probably should have checked that before I started doing a video. This is an early sample. The box I think is for the brushed one. The brushless will have Flux on it and it might even have a speed on it. The other Flux I've got is the Mach-E, and that said 70 mile an hour on the box. Did have a little star, and that was with the optional speed gearing. And I only actually ran it on 2S and only got like 30 something. So I need to run this on 3S today. I watched that video back earlier just to see all the bits and pieces I found with that, to see if there's been any improvements. And I only ran it 2S, and not even with a decent battery. No disappointment today though, we're doing 2S and 3S. This is the second Sport 3 I've had. The first one was that Mach-E. The second one was I think it was a Camaro, and it was the brushed one. Both of them, I wasn't happy with how they sat out of the box and with the suspension. The body on the Mach-E, the Lexan was a bit flimsy on the front. So, let's put that over there. So I'm interested to see on this one, have they finally sorted the suspension out, which I think they have. So in the box you get a nice big manual. Everything you need to know in there, guarantee information, little thing there about joining HPI. You get some bits and pieces in there. You got some shock pistons, you got some steering links, a wheel wrench, you got some C-hubs or something, and of course Allen keys. Comes with a TF51 transmitter. I think the previous model was the TF50, and then the one before that was the TF49. It's a nice feeling transmitter. The only thing I don't like on it is where you hook your lanyard there. HPI sent me a lanyard. Very nice. So where that hooks, for me, it just gets in the way when you're holding it. It just digs in there. Trivial, I know, but just saying. So you got your normal steering and throttle. You got a channel 4 and a channel 3 there. You can adjust your endpoints there across the top there. You got steering dual rate. You got steering expo as well there. Then you got throttle trim and a steering trim. So very functional transmitter. And I'm not sure, does it tell you in the manual? No, I don't think it does. Looks like you can swap this over to that side. There's nothing that says you can, so you might not be able to. It just looks like that's a duplicate. I tell you what, stop waffling on about it. I think you can. Definitely looks like it, doesn't it? I wonder why it doesn't say anything in the instructions about that. That is a cool feature for you. Well, I'm a lefty, I'm left-handed, but I drive RC cars right-handed. I also play the guitar right-handed as well. And throw a ball right-handed. And there's lots of stuff I can do with both my left and my right hand. This thing looks so nice. Look at it. I love the mini light wheels, and they're like oversized as well, which makes it look pretty cool. So the only changes really are the body. The chassis is the same, although it does look much better set up. I've just emailed HPI to see if they tweaked anything on it before they sent it to me. But you got some LEDs on the front there. There's lights in the back as well. Lights in the back, look at that. They've done an awesome job on this body. It looks so nice. I promise to be careful with this one, okay? Although 3S, I can't promise I'm not gonna roll it. I really hope I don't know, because, well, these are probably going to come off. Chrome grille, really nice decals on it. Obviously it's fully licensed. We're still going with body posts on these. However, they are trimmed nice and neat. You got your little spoiler at the back there. Clear window, slight tinting. Would be nice to have an interior in there, as always. But wow, what a nice looking car. So the Sport 3 chassis underneath, unchanged from what I've heard. Nothing new to that. All looks nice and neat under there. So it is still sitting quite low, but the suspension just feels nicer. It's not dragging that back end. More suspension travel than the Mach-E. I'm pretty sure this setup is the same as the WR8 Flux, which is an absolute beast. Very nice setup. 4000 kV is a very high kV motor, especially for a 4-wheel drive 1/10 scale. Steering servo under there, receiver box on there, large battery tray, T-connector, shaft driven 4-wheel drive. You can access it underneath here, your gearing's in there, and you can get a high-speed gear set for the Sport 3. I got this for the Mackie, never got round to fitting it, and it's meant to give you 70 mile an hour. I think this is going to do about 50 on 3S. Non-adjustable camber and toe, mostly plastic, metal drive shafts up front, same at the rear. Diffs feel pretty good. The front is stiffer than the rear, which is what you want on something like this. It's going to handle better with a slightly stiffer front end. I think there's a slipper clutch in there, metal diffs, and well, yeah, that's about it really. 2 batteries charged, 2S, 3S, see how fast it is, and then, well, find somewhere, well, just nice to run it around and not trash it. So we got some nice front lights. You can switch them on and off by the controller. We got some nice rear lights. There is space for indicators in there, but I'm pleased to say this thing isn't going to be indicating every time we turn the wheel. And we also have brake lights. Nice. 2S. And some nice steering. We need to get this thing going straight before we do anything. Oh, the steering is super responsive, like really responsive. Man, I'm gonna have to turn that dual rate right down. Oh, this is gonna be really hard to get going straight. We might have to abandon this and wait until it's well dry, and I need to find someone with a bit more space. Even with the dual rate right down, it's just, no, I ain't gonna be able to do it. No. Yeah, look, it's just pulling one way. Come on. No. Abandon. It's as if it's not self-centering when you turn. I wonder if that's to do with the caster on it or something. Well, we need to have a look. So I've had a good look over the geometry, and you've got a nice bit of toe in at the rear, what you need, and you've got a nice bit of toe out at the front as well. So I don't think there's anything wrong with the geometry in that respect. The suspension feels okay. The only thing that I can see, which is quite a big, well, it could be a big problem if it's not going to go straight, look at the amount of play in that front bit there. It doesn't feel quite as much on this side, and I'm not sure how easy you can see this. Let me try and put it like that. There is a lot of play there. Let's take that wheel off and have a look. Obviously with that amount of play, as soon as you're putting power down, it's going to be moving this all around, isn't it? Right, before I take the wheel off, let me get my Mackie. Because when I watched my video on this morning, just to refresh my memory, this also was a little bit twitchy. Yep, exactly the same. And again, that side not quite as bad, but still a fair bit of movement. Yeah, that is not great. I'm going to try and shim that, and then we're going to try it again and see if that is actually the problem. So there's no point me going back to that run area until I'm happy that it's going straight. Just turn that dual rate down a bit, trim it up. It was an hour ago I was out. Look at the weather now, it's good job I got lights on. So it's still not perfect, but look at that. Look at the difference a bit of tweaking makes. Yeah, we're good. I'm happy. I'm happy we can speed run it. But before we go and speed run it, I'm just going to rip it around here for a bit because it's good fun. So we've got dry weather, it's still freezing cold. Let's get this thing running too, and then if we can keep it on the straight, if we can keep it straight, we'll do 3S. Oh, that's, well, it's still, come on. Look, it go that way, and then it go that way. Something not right with it. The steering's just not good enough. Even with the dual rate right down, it just, look, it's going whatever way it wants. Yeah. It's better, but it's not good. 34, not bad. I'm gonna put a 3S in. I don't think we're gonna, well, I don't think it's gonna do anything more than that. It's just all over the place. There is absolutely no way that I'm getting this full throttle on 3S. Not a chance. I am 100% confident of that. Mind myself? Come on. Oh, yeah, we've got a little punch. We've got a little punch of full throttle. There we go. Wow, 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 wow. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. Hopefully my mirrors have stayed on. Once you get it up to speed, obviously the speed of it overcomes the dodgy steering, but we're good. 54 mile an hour. Wow, that is fast. Such a shame that the steering just, oh. Ah! I've made a temporary, well, it's kind of a permanent temporary fix for the problem. I'll show you it running and driving in a minute and you'll see that it's way, way better. Before I fixed it, I'd done a little bit of digging and I went on Google and I put in HPI Sport 3 steering problems. It's a 10-year-old issue. I think the most recent post I've seen is about 3 or 4 months ago. But the oldest post I saw with someone having exactly the same issues I'm having was 2015. And after going through a lot of the posts and looking at all the comments and suggestions, it doesn't look like there's been an easy fix for it. People have changed servos, people have changed the servo saver, people have gone as far as completely modding the steering. And it's just something with the chassis that makes it difficult to control. This thing looks amazing. They've done an absolutely awesome job of the look of it. Even down, I didn't mention it, but even down to like the heating elements in the rear screen, an absolutely awesome job. And as amazing as it looks, this in the UK is £299, so £300, which is, I guess, $350, maybe $375. When you're paying that for an RC car that has got the potential to do over 50 mile an hour, it needs to drive like a £300 RC car that's going to do 50 mile an hour. Anyway, as you'll see now, it is such a blast to drive with one simple fix. We've got something that can almost go straight. Wow, it is going straight. And I've done one simple thing to it. I've put a gyro in it. That is really slippery on this dust. So, a problem that's been going on for a decade with this platform by the looks of it. Whoa! That was not good. A problem that's been going on for 10 years and it's fixable with a gyro. I mean, that's still not right. It should go straight with, oh my God, it keeps slipping. It should still go straight without a gyro, but now it's just a different animal and it's got loads of control to just slide. So much better, so much better. I don't think we're going to get much of a speed down here, it's too slippery. It is so much better though, so much better. I don't think I got full throttle at all, but that was 48 mile an hour on this short dusty space. That's good. You can still tell though that the steering's fighting. Wow. The gyro's still fighting to keep it straight, but it's drivable and it's fun. I want to see the V2 version of this with the steering issue sorted, with all that play that I found, all that sorted and a gyro. Yeah. You wouldn't have been able to do this stock out of the box. Whoa, whoa, no. No, that is not what I wanted to do. I was trying to do like a 360. I did get a 360, but I didn't know if I got it on camera, so I wanted to do it again. It's probably a fitting end to this video anyway. Oh, man.